Okay guys, so today we're going to make some callaloo. So these are all the ingredients that we're going to use in order to make our callaloo. So here we have some garlic. This is about 3 cloves of garlic here. We have here some seasoning peppers and some spring onions. Of course, if you use regular onions, you can use a regular onion, but I don't use onion, so I use spring onions instead. Here I have some cilantro cut up here. Here I have some Italian basil. I have some okra that I have cut up here. I have some pumpkin, and you can also have what is traditional with callaloo is crab. Normally you would have, well, it's an option. You don't have to have it every time, but you can have what is called crab and callaloo. I don't have any crab. What I'm going to use is salt meat. Salt meat is something you get in the Caribbean, and it's simply salted meat. So what I did here was I pressure cooked my salt meat before I'm going to cook it with the callaloo. And this in the back here is what they use to make callaloo. It is called dasheen bush. If where you live, if you can get access to this, then you can always use spinach to substitute. And of course, we're going to use coconut milk. Now, what I will also do is add water to it as well. So these are all the ingredients that we're going to use to make our callaloo. So let's head over to the stove. Okay guys, so we just added some coconut oil to our pot here, and now we're going to saute our garlic. And I'm going to add in my spring onions and my seasoning peppers. These are not hot peppers. These are just called flavoring peppers. And I'm also going to add in my Italian basil as well. Now all I'm doing here is just to simply bring out the flavor of these ingredients here. I'm not trying to get it brown, I'm just pressing it so that it can bring out the flavor. So at the bottom here, I'm going to add my salt meat. I'm putting my okra. I'm going to put in my pumpkin. And now I'm going to put in my callaloo bush. I should have used a bigger pot for this. So I think I'm going to switch out pots. I'm going to get a bigger pot. Okay, so let's add the rest of our callaloo bush. Okay, so now I'm going to add my coconut milk. And I'm also going to add some water to this as well. And I'm also going to add my cilantro. Now this callaloo bush is going to melt down, it's going to cook down. So it looks like a lot now, but it is going to cook down. So I'm just going to bring this up to a boil. And then after this comes up to a boil, I'm going to turn down the heat to low, cover it, and leave it to cook. I think I'm going to add a little more coconut milk to this. Let me just apologize, I didn't realize my camera was not on when I added another cup of coconut milk, but that's what I did. So now I'm just going to leave this to come up to a boil and then cover it and allow it to cook. Okay guys, so now that it has come up to a boil, we're just going to cover it and we're going to leave it to cook. Okay guys, as you can see here, our callaloo bush has cooked down. It's not as high as it was when I first put it in, so that's why I said it looks like plenty, but it will melt down or cook down. So we're just going to leave this here now to continue doing its thing. And I'm also going to turn down the flame. Okay guys, so now that our callaloo is cooked, what we're going to do is that we're going to look for the salt meat. We're going to take it out, because what we need to do now is to break this down. Traditionally, you would use a swizzle stick in order to break it down. But in my case today, I'm not going to do that. I'm simply going to use a blender. So that's why I need to find all the pieces of salt meat. I need to take it out and set it aside. And then I'm simply going to use my glass blender to help to break down the callaloo. And then it will have the appearance of a traditional callaloo. So the reason why I'm showing you the method with a blender is because I know some of you who live in the United States, you may not get access to a swizzle stick, but you can still break down your callaloo by using your blender. Of course, like I said, if you're in the United States and you can't get callaloo bush, if you don't have any Caribbean supermarkets nearby, you can always use spinach in order to make this dish. I'm also going to taste for salt. Now, even though I did put salt meat in it, I'm just going to confirm that it does have enough salt. Sometimes when you boil it, you can lose a lot of the salt from the salt meat. So I'm just going to taste it to ascertain whether it needs any more salt or if it's fine. Usually the salt meat gives it the salt that it needs. All right, I hope that's, oh no, there's another piece here. I have to make sure and find all my pieces of salt meat, take it out so that I can put this in the blender. All right, I think that's all the pieces of salt meat. So let's head over to the blender. Okay, so I'm just going to blend this amount in the meantime, and then I will add the rest. Okay guys, so our callaloo is now completed. After tasting it, it did need a little more salt, even though I did add a salt meat. But like I said, remember I did pressure cook it. So sometimes in doing that, you do lose some of the saltiness. So here you can see the salt meat is hiding in there. But I did have to add a little more salt. So of course, when you're making your own, be sure to taste it so you would know if you need to adjust for salt. But basically that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell notification so you know when new videos are posted. And if you enjoyed it, please, I'll be most grateful if you give me a thumbs up. So I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.